Hey everybody, it's SaskiaSketches. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing a few tips and tricks on how to stay motivated when it comes to art. I consider myself to be a fairly confident artist, which is why I don't have much trouble staying motivated myself, but I wanted to help those of you who do struggle with that. On screen I'm digitalizing a sketch of my character Scarlet, just so you guys have something to look at while I explain these tips and tricks to you. Before we get into that though, I would like to encourage all of you to take notes. Not only will it help you listen better, it will also help you remember what I said in this video. If you really want to learn how to stay motivated, you must not only listen to this advice, but also apply it and follow through with it. That is the best way to get the most out of this video after all. With that being said, let's get into the tips and tricks. So the first and most important tip of all is to develop a daily drawing habit. Not only will drawing daily increase your skills tremendously, it will also help you not to be so precious with your art and sketchbooks, so you don't end up spending 2 or more hours trying to do a complete polished piece every time. After all, if you only have 5 minutes, there's not much more you can do than a little sketch. And that's okay, you don't need to be so precious with your artwork. Sketching is good. Unfinished pieces are perfectly fine. They help you improve just as much, and perhaps even more. Because in the time it takes you to do one finished piece, you can maybe even finish, 5 sketches. And from those 5 sketches you will learn a lot more than from just one finished drawing. Plus, it's much easier to commit to a 5-minute sketch than to commit to a 2+ hour drawing. And once art becomes one of your daily chores, it becomes much easier to pick up your sketchbook. You really just need to get into a flow. And once you do, you might even fill up a sketchbook. And I find filling a sketchbook is one of the most motivating things ever. And if you think you have trouble remembering to actually draw, you should write some reminders. And on a sticky note, perhaps on your phone. You can do it. I know you can. It's not very difficult. You just have to commit. The second tip I have for you is to not be so precious. Again, sketches are okay. You don't need to do a whole finished piece every time you want to draw. If you only have 5 minutes, that is enough to do one sketch. And once you have done that sketch, you have to be proud of the fact that you actually did a sketch, not whether it looks good or not. Be proud of yourself for actually picking up a pencil or a pen and drawing something with it. Because that in itself is a huge achievement, especially when you're having trouble finding motivation. Alright, so the third tip I have for you is to actually sit down and draw, even if you don't feel like it. This is one of the biggest things you can do to help improve your art and your daily drawing habits. Because sometimes we just think we are too tired to actually do something. Or you give yourself the excuse, I don't have any motivation to draw, I don't know what to draw. Or you will tell yourself, I will draw when I feel like drawing again, and then it never ends up happening. But let me tell you a secret. If you love art, you will enjoy drawing. Even if at first you think, I don't want to draw anything, if you actually sit down and do something, you will enjoy yourself. I'm confident that you will. There have been countless times where I didn't feel like drawing or I didn't feel like writing, but if I actually sat down and did something, I did feel very happy that I did. I would feel inspired again and happy that I actually did something, proud of myself for actually starting that sketch or actually writing that chapter or that page. And even if it wasn't much, at least I had fun doing it. And when you really don't feel like sitting down and drawing or doing any type of art, then you should ask yourself, can I do one line? Can I do one brushstroke? Ask yourself to do the bare minimum so you don't have any excuses to make. Like I said, it's much easier to say, oh, I don't have the energy to draw for 2-3 hours today, than it is, I don't have the energy to draw for 5 minutes today. Alright, the fourth tip I have for you guys is to not compare yourself to others, but compare yourself to your previous work. Not only is comparing yourself to other people not fair, it's also going to be very devastating because there's always going to be someone better. Please, I beg of you, do not get caught up in other people's work. You are you. You are a one-of-a-kind artist, and it's not fair to compare yourself to where other people are, whether they are better or worse than you. If you must compare yourself, compare your previous work to your current work and do a redraw or something, because that also really is quite motivating to see how much you yourself have improved, because that is the only fair comparison that you can make. Not only will this help you loosen up and actually enjoy your art, it will also help you motivate yourself, because nothing is more motivating than seeing your own improvement. At least it is to me. And the last thing that might help you find your motivation again is to check if you are actually having fun while you're drawing. And if not, what seems to be the problem? What is it that you are not enjoying about your current drawing, and what would you rather draw? If it's, for example, not really the subject that you're drawing, but the process of your drawing, maybe you don't like the materials you're drawing with, or maybe you do not like doing the line art or the colouring, then perhaps you can consider tweaking your style to have a lineless style or a colourless style. If that will make you enjoy art again, then I don't see anything wrong with that. This, of course, is assuming that you have control over what you want to draw, and not if you're doing an art project for school or whatever, then it's best to look back at the previous tips. But if you can retreat back into your comfort zone, if that helps, then I highly suggest that you do that. I don't know, maybe you really like sketching girls' faces or something, then if you allow yourself to do that more often, if it makes you enjoy art more, then I suggest you do it. But if you're tired of always sketching girls' faces, then I recommend stepping outside your comfort zone. It really is a matter of what works for you, whether you should step outside of your comfort zone or retreat back into it. That is something only you can decide. But if you're drawing the same thing over and over and over again and you're getting bored, then perhaps drawing something you've never drawn before can really help inspire you. And if you don't know what you want to draw, I highly suggest doing a drawing challenge. There are lots of different challenges to choose from, and I highly recommend checking out Draw with JAZZA's channel if you haven't already. I'll have a link down below. He does a lot of different art challenges, and I think you can find some inspiration there. Limiting yourself is a really good way to make your creativity shine, because you have to work with what you've got. Then again, if doing a challenge is putting too much unnecessary pressure on you, then I suggest to not do it at all. Just do something you enjoy drawing. Do something fun. Alright, that is all the tips I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. I know finding the motivation to draw something can sometimes just be very difficult, and it can be daunting to start a new drawing or new project, but I really hope that this has inspired you a little bit, helped you a little bit. Just make that first step, draw every day, just do your best, and I know you can do it. I know finding the motivation to draw something can sometimes just be very difficult, and it can be daunting to start a new drawing or new project, but I really hope that this has inspired you a little bit, helped you a little bit. Just make that first step, draw every day, just do your best, and I know you can do it. Because you have to, above all else, enjoy your artwork. If you love drawing, just be yourself and love your drawing. Doesn't matter whether you're good at it or not, just do it, because nothing feels better than actually losing yourself in a piece of art. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because that's something you can control as well. You can control how much pressure you put on yourself. Just let it go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do something. I know you can do it. I'm proud of you. I'm waiting here for you. And please show me everything you do, all your artwork. You can tag me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, anything. I would love to see your artwork. Inside all of us, I believe there is great creativity, and just don't be afraid to show it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more art videos. I post every Friday. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great weekend. Keep on sketching.